a secret plane ticket, matching food receipts in London, and a court-stamped restraining order in Los Angeles. This is not unverified internet rumors or fan speculation. These are the harsh realities of a situation that has officially brought Mendeecees Harris to the verge of collapse. When Yandy Smith flew to London under the pretense of a birthday getaway, she wasn't alone. According to exact schedule details given by an insider former stylist, Yandy was meeting fitness trainer Michael Adisassu overseas. After matching restaurant locations revealed they were dating, Michael publicly recognized their connection. Mendeecees were emotionally distraught right away, but it wasn't until a private, VIP event in Los Angeles that everything really broke down. Due to severe family pressure and a damaged reputation, Mendeecees approached Michael in a heated, high-stakes confrontation that nearly turned violent. Before the evening was up, Michael hurried to the LAPD and filed a restraining order against Mendeecees. "We need to track every stage of the procedure all the way back to London in order to fully comprehend how a restraining order was granted in Los Angeles." Yandy Smith's trip across the Atlantic was initially presented to her husband, family, and audience as a normal birthday celebration. It was marketed as a well-deserved getaway with a focus on excellent dining, milestone celebrations, and personal leisure. Beneath that immaculate facade, however, was a whole other set of circumstances that were gradually emerging out of sight. The narrative began to unravel when an insider, a former stylist who was close to Yandy at the time, came out with exact, verified timing details. According to this insider, the London agenda was organized around meetings that had nothing to do with birthday celebrations or work-type commitments. The stylist said that personal trainer Michael Adisassu was in London at the exact moment, and that significant elements of their daily routines were meticulously synchronized. A planned itinerary rather than a random occurrence was suggested by the emphasis on specific details like hotel bookings, private lunch reservations, and local transportation. When these claims began to spread among close industrial circles, specific factual evidence started to emerge. Within hours of one another, Yandy and Michael shared pictures from high-end Mayfair and Soho restaurants that had identical interior design elements, coordinated table settings, and distinct architectural backgrounds. A detailed analysis of the time zone uploads, background reflections, and specific menu items served at these high-end establishments identified a clear pattern. These weren't your usual tourist spots. In these exclusive, reservation-only places, both individuals arrived at precisely the same times. The problem went beyond indirect proof when Michael Adisassu personally addressed it on social media. Rather than issuing a conventional denial to protect his reputation, Michael disseminated video footage and nuanced statements that successfully acknowledged a personal connection between them. He mentioned their time together in London and presented it as an important experience, all the while attempting to make it apparent that it wasn't a devoted, long-term love connection. By publicly admitting the existence of a connection, Michael effectively reaffirmed the core claims made by the former stylist, transforming quiet industry discourse into undeniable reality. For Mendeecees Harris back home, the disclosure of these verified facts was devastating. When it was revealed that his wife was traveling overseas for personal time with another guy, an unbearable truth emerged. Eyewitness accounts, matching location data, and the trainer's public comments all corroborated these facts. This was not a case of unclear online sentiment or unnamed sources. The documented sequence of events included actual people, confirmed locations, and direct remarks. Mendeecees encountered an immediate and powerful emotional impact that fundamentally altered his trust and forced him to confront a situation that was rapidly jeopardizing his wife, his family, and his reputation as a husband. The stress was increased by the fact that others in Mendeecees' immediate social circle, including close relatives and business associates, were now fully aware of the facts. The former stylist's disclosures had made the facts so clear that they could no longer be disregarded. As they processed the truth of the London encounter, Mendeecees had to deal with internal family unrest that sought solutions. Every new detail regarding the vacation plans, the restaurant receipts, And Michael's secret online affirmations added to the already stressful situation and set the stage for an impending face-to-face conflict that would soon go from private disagreements into the legal system. In the immediate aftermath of the London findings, the emotional fallout in Mendeecees Harris's personal life reached a critical breaking point. The timing of Yandy's travel that was recorded and Michael Addison's public statements had a devastating psychological impact. Mendeecees faced a challenging circumstance. He feels profoundly deceived. His long-term marriage might be ruined, and family members are increasingly pressuring him to act. His private life deteriorated behind closed doors owing to the weight of the situation, leaving him emotionally tired and obviously distressed, according to intimate associates who said he battled to maintain composure. Mendeecees faced an existential threat to his professional reputation and career prospects in addition to the emotional collapse. Reputation has a big impact on public partnerships, brand agreements, and business ventures in the entertainment industry. Mendeecees describes how his spouse's covert interactions overseas caught him off guard and placed him in danger. His authority inside his own brand was being questioned, and the worry of long-term commercial harm began to dominate his thoughts. Family members strongly interfered, putting a great deal of internal pressure on him and emphasizing that if he didn't take a clear, decisive action, his reputation and respect in his community would be permanently damaged. Due to a combination of familial pressures, personal humiliation, and a strong desire to reclaim control of his story, Mendeecees was no longer able to wait passively. The anger that had been building since the revelation of the London receipts was searching for a way out. Instead of settling the matter through legal counsel or private mediation, Mendeecees became fixated on confronting the individual at the core of the conflict. He liked Michael's forthright, face-to-face reactions over social media filters and indirect comments. The opportunity for that confrontation came sooner than anybody had expected at a secret, VIP event in Los Angeles. The invitation-only event was attended by prominent people, reality stars, and business leaders. Despite the confined setting and security presence, the atmosphere swiftly altered as soon as Mendeecees entered the premises and noticed Michael at the suite across the floor. The two men's physical proximity soon created an unbearable tension that was visible to everyone in the vicinity. Mendeecees raced swiftly to close the distance and corner Michael, initiating an incredibly harsh and direct encounter. A heated verbal dispute quickly escalated into a full-fledged shouting battle that prevented anybody in the room from speaking. Mendeecees demanded immediate accountability for the trip to London, the stylist disclosures, and Michael's public comments on the internet. Michael was described by onlookers as being extremely enraged, his voice echoing throughout the arena when Mendeecees challenged him about meddling in his marriage and insulting his family structure. Michael was totally unprepared for the severity of the surprise face-to-face approach, so he attempted to defend his stance, which just increased the tension. The altercation grew increasingly heated as the two men stood inches apart and threatened each other verbally. Witnesses said that there appeared to be an impending violent conflict based on the body language of both parties. Event security personnel and mutual acquaintances rushed to intervene and physically stand between Mendeecees and Michael to prevent the heated verbal dispute from escalating into a violent physical confrontation on the private venue's floor. The fact that everyone there was drawn to the shouting contest ensured that the details of the fight would not remain within the Los Angeles venue. The fight revealed the severity of the damage and showed that Mendeecees and Michael's argument had escalated well beyond simple disagreements. Mendeecees had made his opinion quite plain, but his irate actions during the event had a whole other set of consequences. Consequences that would immediately bring this private matter before the courts. An heated personal dispute turned into an ongoing legal nightmare after the violent incident at the private celebration in Los Angeles. The tense situation as security team members struggled to keep the two guys physically apart came to an end when Mendeecees was evacuated from the surrounding area. The emotional shockwaves of the encounter, however, obviously surprised and disturbed Michael Addy Samuels. Realizing that the hostility was far from over and that his personal safety was immediately in jeopardy, Michael decided to take quick, decisive legal action to protect himself against additional unexpected confrontations. Within hours after the altercation, Michael went to the police to file a lawsuit against Mendeecees Harris. He formally requested an emergency restraining order, citing his extreme concern for his personal safety, the physical nature of the incident in Los Angeles, and the verbal threats made during it. The details of that evening were detailed in the court declaration, including how Mendeecees confronted him in public and a pattern of growing animosity brought on by the London revelations. By taking the matter directly to court and ensuring that Mendeecees would suffer severe criminal consequences for any future encounters, Michael was able to establish a clear boundary. The revelation of the restraining order, which hit the media like a sledgehammer, shocked both the entertainment industry and legal circles. For Mendeecees, the legal filing was a catastrophic turn of events. He now faces the possibility of incarceration, court appearances, and mobility restrictions as a result of what had started out as an attempt to uphold his integrity and hold Michael accountable. The injunction also mandates that Mendeecees maintain a strict physical distance from Michael at all times because both men operate within overlapping social, business, and celebrity networks in major cities like New York and Los Angeles. This presents a logistical challenge. This sudden legal escalation put Yandy Smith in a very challenging predicament throughout the storm. The scandal was causing Yandy's personal and professional lives to fall apart since she was caught between an angry husband fighting for his respect and a personal trainer backed by court orders. The former stylist's accusations on the trip to London had already ruined her marriage, but Michael's legal maneuver almost prevented a public reunion. Since every court motion served as a constant public reminder of the secret meetings in London, Yandy had to cope with intense scrutiny from legal counsel, family members, and business partners at the same time. The immediate consequences of the restraining order also significantly disrupted Mendeecees' broader family. Mendeecees' relatives, who had earlier pushed him to defend himself and settle the issue, now faced the hard reality of court orders and legal obligations. As the internal pressure on Mendeecees shifted, appeals for action were replaced by urgent attempts at damage control. Defense attorneys were called in to assess the validity of Michael's application, ascertain how it would impact Mendeecees' ongoing business commitments, and prepare for upcoming court procedures where judges would decide whether to make the protection order permanent. As the court date approaches, the three people's relationship is still at its lowest point. How rapidly things went completely out of control is shown by the transition from personal suspicions in London to a full-fledged physical brawl in Los Angeles, and finally into a frigid judicial battlefield. Mendeecees is at a pivotal point right now. He must navigate the strict conditions of a court-mandated restraining order in an attempt to repair his damaged personal life and save his future. The London receipts, the Los Angeles eyewitness accounts, and the formal court paperwork have produced a paper trail that has permanently changed the tale, leaving behind a broken marriage and an ongoing legal struggle. As this emotional tale continues to unfold in the public eye, it is imperative to take a step back and look at the bigger picture. First and foremost, keep in mind that the whole movie and everything in it was created only for entertainment, news reporting, and conversation. Here, the goal is to assess high-profile public events, recorded periods, and media stories using an engaging storytelling narrative. It is not meant to invade people's private lives or make definitive moral judgments. Since everyone engaged is a real human being navigating challenging, high-stakes circumstances, we want everyone in our community to approach these topics fairly, critically, and with respect. Our main objective in analyzing these complex stories is to elicit thoughtful discussion and discover what you, the audience, actually think about how these public relationships unfold. Your perspective is what keeps this channel running. Therefore, we want to hear how you perceive the entire situation. Do you think the legal actions were justified given the circumstances, or should this whole conflict have been resolved only behind closed doors? How do you think public pressure influences these pragmatic decisions? Please use the comment section below to offer your thoughts, views, and detailed hypotheses. Let's have a serious conversation. If you enjoyed this in-depth analysis and would want to receive alerts on breaking news, in-depth story breakdowns, and new developments as they happen, be sure to hit the like button right now. Significantly contributes to the channel's growth. To ensure you never miss an upload, don't forget to subscribe and press the notification bell. Thank you very much for watching. Be careful, and I'll see you all in the next video.